If referrals built your business, you probably don't need a fancy YouTube setup. You need a simple way to show people who you are, what you do, and why they should trust you. That's about it. You don't really need a studio, and you probably don't need a cinema camera, not even a $900 microphone. You don't need 12 LED lights that make your office look like you're landing airplanes at night. You need a basic setup that you can actually use, because here's the trap. A lot of experienced business owners say that they are getting ready to make videos. They research cameras, they compare microphones, they look at backdrops, they watch videos, tons of videos about lighting and editing, and they start thinking about the editing software. And then they start to ask, well, what lens should I buy so I look great? And all of that feels productive. It's easy to feel productive, but sometimes we just need to call it what it is. It's still hiding. It's the avoiding part where you press record, look at camera, and say something useful, and then post the damn thing. And look, I get it. If you built your business through referrals, your reputation, relationships, networking, and doing great work, video can often just feel strange. It's foreign. You're used to people trusting you because someone introduced you. And when it's warm, it's way easier. You're used to the conversations. You're used to proving yourself through delivery. Now, you could also be used for the work speaking for itself. And now this game that we're playing is shifted. People still want trust, right? Everybody wants trust. You want trust. But they want to feel it before they even meet you. And that's where video creation comes in. Now, video lets people hear how you think. It lets them feel your standards, and it lets them know and feel your personality. It lets them decide whether I trust you enough to take the next step. So in this video, we're going to keep this simple. Okay, this is the channel foundation pillar from the 0 to 1,000 subscriber journey, right? I'm doing it right here, right along with you. And today we're talking about the basic setup that you need to start posting. Not the dream setup, not the someday when I have more money setup, the start right now setup. Because your first job is not to look like Netflix documentary, right? This is why I'm doing it like this, because I want to show you that this is what we need. Your first job is just to remove the friction. Now, welcome back to 360 Media. This is a series where you are building this channel from 0 to 1,000 subscribers, one step at a time. The focus is simple. If you are a Gen X or older business owner who knows that a personal brand still feels awkward showing up online, this series is really going to be for you. We're not going to be chasing influencer culture. And we're not going to be dancing on camera. Trust me, I don't want to do that. We're not going to try to pretend that we're 22 years old and living a life of energy drinks and ring lights. We are learning how to use videos to build trust, authority, visibility for a real business. And today we're just setting the foundations. So let's start with the most important rule. Your setup should be simple enough that you can repeat it. That's the whole game. You want to do that right at the beginning. Don't build a setup that takes 45 minutes to assemble, because you're not going to do it. Don't create a process that requires a perfect weather, a clean office, silence from the entire family, and an emotional alignment of the planets. Because if your setup is too hard, you're not going to do it. Simple wins, repeatable wins, and done wins. So, here is the basic setup. First, just use your phone. If you have a recent iPhone or a decent smartphone, that's enough to start. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But I'm showing you here, it's not perfect. No, absolutely not. But does it really need to be? Also no. Your phone is good enough at this day and age to capture your face, your voice, and your message. And at this stage, your message matters more than your camera. Now, okay, later on, as we develop, we can improve on the camera. We can upgrade. And I'm going to show you that along the way. We can get into cleaner audio. We can make things look more polished. But for right now, in this moment, the phone isn't the bottleneck. The bottleneck is being consistent, having consistency. The bottleneck of whatever's happening now is your fear. The bottleneck is building the habit of publishing. So just use your iPhone. Pick one filming spot, not 10, just one. You don't need to turn your whole house into a studio. Pick one spot that is quiet enough, clean enough, and easy enough to use again. Now, I'm moving around, but that's just to keep things interesting. This one might be your office, and you're going to see that soon. And it might be the corner of your living room, which is what I'm in right now. It could be near a window. It might be your shop, your clinic, your studio, your boardroom, or just your general workspace. Don't overthink the background so much at this moment, okay? The background should support the video if you could, but it's not to become the video. It's not the main focus. If your space is not perfect, welcome to the real human being. It's not perfect, right? The clean wall is fine, but I got holes in the wall. A bookshelf is fine. A desk is fine. Your actual work environment is fine. The goal is not to impress people with your furniture. You can do that a lot later. The goal is just to earn trust through useful communication. Third, face a window or use a simple light. Lighting can make a huge difference, but you don't need it to become a lighting technician on day one, okay? The easiest move, face a window or have a window right beside you. Put the camera between you and the window. That's possible too, right? You can let the light hit your face. Don't put the window behind you unless you want to look like you're in witness protection, because the iPhone doesn't do it that well, right? Now, if you film at night, use a small light to light you. A simple lamp can work. Go get an IKEA lamp. A basic LED light, if you really want one, can work, okay? A ring light can also work if that's what you have. I wouldn't recommend it with glasses, but it's what you have. But again, don't let the lighting become the excuse, because we are looking good enough. We're not perfect. And fourth, the next thing you got to do is just really got to get that phone stable. Don't hold the phone in your hand like I did for the first couple, because your main video, that's the way you're going to style, right? You put it on a tripod, put it on a shelf, put it on a stack of books, whatever it means, right? If you got one of those magnetic selfie sticks, put it on one of those. Put it on a box, whatever it is, okay? I don't care if your tripod is $20 Amazon tripod or a copy of a cookbook sitting on top of another cookbook or my book. Just keep the camera steady. Shaky footage can make the video feel harder to watch. Stable footage feels more intentional. Now, fifth, put the camera at eye level. This one is simple because we want to talk to the people. We don't want to talk down to the people. We don't want to talk up to the people. Don't film in your lap, okay? Nobody needs to see your upper chin, okay? We are not doing a hostage video, okay? We're not trying to make it look scary. Put the camera at eye level so we can stare right at you. Look into the lens. There's a little light on the camera. Look at the lens. Don't look at yourself. I looked at myself in the last video, and I did that deliberately so you don't see that. But you want to look at the little dot on the camera, the lens in itself, so that we're talking to you. And that helps the viewer feel connected when you're talking to them. And for the business content, that really matters because they really want to know and watch that, like, they feel like they're having a conversation with you, right? That you are really there. Now, 6, think about the sound. Now, my first videos in this series and even this video is deliberately made without a microphone, but I'm in a quiet area, and that's the point, right? I want to show you that the first step is really not about the gear. Now, as we go forward, you're going to start to see me add more gear. But if we're building a repeatable foundation, audio eventually matters. People will tolerate video that's not perfect, but they will not tolerate audio that hurts to listen to. Okay? So start with the quietest space that you have. Turn off the fan if possible, close the door, do whatever. Okay? Move away from the traffic noise if you have an open window. And don't film beside the dishwasher, okay? Don't film beside the heater, the fridge, or anything that has like some sort of crazy sound, right? If you already have a small wireless mic, great, use it. If not, start with a phone in a quiet room. And if you really want to know, I'm going to get into the gear later on. And I really just don't suggest that you buy gear without actually proving that you will actually post, because that's a big one. If you're going to buy all this gear, you're going to be just resentful, right? Gear becomes very expensive form of procrastination. You need to tell yourself, once I get the mic, I'm going to do it. But the truth is you're not going to get the mic and then go do it. You're going to then go, I need a better light. And then you're going to go, I need a better camera. I need a better background. That's just the way that we are. That's human, right? That's our habit. You're going to say, we're going to need the editing software. You're going to need a logo for the animation. And then 6 months is going to pass. And you have built this tiny production company. Your shopping cart is empty. And you have not produced one single video. Come on, okay? That is not strategy. That is procrastination. It is avoidance. It's one of the things that I am strong about, right? Like you're just avoiding wearing a Best Buy receipt. Then all you want to do is, number 7 is create a simple foundation. Now, you are a brand new brand to YouTube. And so you need a few basic pieces. You need a channel name and you need a simple profile image. So get yourself a good profile image. You need a banner, and if chances are you've had a logo, build a banner. You need a basic description. Okay? You need to tell people in 1 or 2 sentences who this channel helps. Don't overcomplicate it, because again, you're just going to procrastinate. Your first channel description can be simple. You can adjust it later, right? Something like, this channel helps business owners use video to build trust, improve visibility, and grow their personal brand without overcomplicating the process. That's enough to start. And later, we're going to refine. Later, we're going to tighten. And later, we're going to look at what the audience responds to. But not right now. We're just getting our feet wet. We're just getting into the rhythm. Right now, the goal is just to get clarity about what it is that you're going to talk about. A viewer should land on your channel and understand 3 things, okay? 1, who is this for? What kind of help would I get would be number 2. And why should I even subscribe? That's it. If they can understand that, you are going to start building the foundations, okay? Now, number 8, you're going to create a repeatable format, okay? This matters because if every video feels like you're inventing a brand new business from scratch, you're going to quit. Use a basic structure. Now, here's the one that I recommend you start. Now, you want to open with a problem. Explain why that matters. And then you want to teach one useful lesson. Give one simple action step that the person can take. And close with whatever you want to do next. That's enough. Okay? You don't need a 20-part documentary structure. We can get there down the road. Right? For now, if you overcomplicate it, you're not going to do it. You don't even need a full film script. You need a repeatable pattern. And for example, if your video is about helping clients choose the right service, your structure could be something like, here's the mistake most people make, or here is why it costs them money. You could also say, here's what I recommend instead. Here is one thing that you could do today. Done. Okay? That format works for accountants. It works for contractors, realtors, coaches. Works for you as a dentist, a clinic owner. Okay? Works for all of you. Okay? For photographers, just like I was, and I am still. It works for photographers. And it works because it helps the viewer solve a real problem. And that's what we are just doing here. We're not making content to look busy. We are making content to be useful to somebody else on the other side. Now, number 9 is make a filming checklist. Sounds boring, right? Good. Boring systems will save your butt, okay? Before you film, check. Is the phone charged? Is the lens clean? Is the camera stable? Is the light facing me? Is the room quiet? Is the background acceptable? Do I know if the main point of the video is clear? Do I know what my first sentence is? Do I, that last one matters. If you don't, you don't need to memorize the whole video, but you really got to get that first sentence right. We call it the hook, right? You got to get it so that it is enticing. And once you start, you can usually keep going. You've got the prompt. The hardest part is just getting out of the gate. So you want to get out the gate clean. It's like stepping onto the ice for your very first shift. Once your feet moves, the game is smoother. Now, 10th is set a milestone. For this series, our very first milestone is 20 videos. Not because 20 is magic, it's not, okay? But I chose 20 because 20 gives us time to do some repetitions. It gives us data because you want to see what's happening. You want to adjust as it goes. And it gives us the awkward moments, and it gives us the permission and the proof that we can follow through. It gives us enough practice time to stop treating every video like a personal identity crisis. And if you're a business owner who has built everything offline, this matters because you already know how to build trust. You already know how to solve the problems. You already know how to work with people. Now, if we are translating that into a video, you are not starting from zero, okay? You are starting with years of experience in what it is that you do, and you're sharing it with the people all around the world. You're just learning a new format to show it to people. And that is an important distinction. You're not starting from scratch. So here's the foundation I want you to leave with. You will need a phone, okay? Make sure you get one. Make sure it's charged. You need a filming spot. You'll need a simple light source, okay? Stable framing is something that's also important. You need some decent sound, so be in a quiet area. You'll need a basic channel page, a repeatable video format, and a checklist to make sure that you got everything all at once. Now, after that, you need the willingness to publish before it's perfect, and that is the setup, okay? Not the fancy version, the real version. The version that's going to keep you moving. Now, because the goal right now is not to build a perfect channel, I haven't cut any of this. This is a one-take piece. And so, yeah, it's messy. The goal is just to build the publishing habit. Once the habit exists, we can improve everything else. And I'm going to show you the tools, how to make better thumbnails, how to make better titles, how to make better hooks. We're going to get there. We're going to see how do we use editing on our phone or on our laptop. How are we going to get better lighting and better sound. That will all come. There's tons of YouTube videos about that, okay? But here, we're going to do this together. We're going to have better structure. I'm going to show you how to review the data. I'm going to show you all of these things, but none of that will matter if you don't try, if you don't start. So before the next video, set up your basic filming space and pick one spot. Put your phone at eye level. Face a window or use one light. Record a 30-second test just to make sure everything works so you don't spend hours and find out that you didn't get it. Say, my name is blank and I help blank. This channel is for blank. Then watch it back. Don't judge it like a movie critic. Watch it like a coach. Watch it and say, well, can I hear myself? Can I see myself? Does the setup feel repeatable? And if the answer is yes, then you're ready to film. You don't need to be perfect right off the get-go. And you're going to make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. But you're going to be moving. And that's a really big difference. And if you've built your business through referrals, reputation, doing good work, video, just might feel like starting over again. But you're not starting over. You're just translating your trust into a new format. And that's what we're building here. We're just doing one video. one repetition, okay? One improvement at a time. And like I said, I'm showing you it's not perfect here. So subscribe and follow along as we build this channel from 0 to 1,000 subscribers alongside you. You're going to do it, and you're going to start building your own right beside me. Because you don't need a studio to start. You need a setup that you will actually use. I'll see you in the next one, okay? And good luck. Have fun.